Today, we're going to be talking about the weekly news. My name is Hakeem Brown, and this is Pop City Culture.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother. Welcome to the most listened to international podcast around the world. Hakeem and Reggie Brown are two young African-American boys speaking the truth. This is Pop City Culture.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Pop City Culture. Bye, kids, fall kids. It's your boy, Reggie Brown, the podcast. And we're going to be talking about the weekly news. So a lot went down, but before we get to that, I got to pass this off to my homeboy, to my big brother, Hakeem Brown.
Thank you there, Hakeem, for that intro.
Well, you're welcome,
And yes,
brother.
a lot did happen during the week.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why we're going to be talking about the news, because a lot of people,
Yep.
they don't really know
They really don't know what's going on.
what might be going on in the world, and we just want to keep people, updated so they know exactly what's going on. And so we have some stuff here.
We got a lot of stuff, so people
know,
will be
if
listening.
Everybody knows what's going on over there in Russia.
Oh, yeah.
Tell them, Reggie, what's going on?
Well, you got President Pukeface from Russia. He's still trying to invade and take over Ukraine. Guy's an idiot. Leave President Zelensky alone. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie.
What?
Reggie, you love to say,
What?
instead of saying Putin, you like to say puke face, don't you?
I sure do.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, it isn't a good scene over there. A lot of people are getting killed. And, in Kyiv, in Ukraine, the Russian forces, renowned for missile strikes in Kyiv, they intense the shellings over there in Kharkiv. And Ukraine's the second largest city. And apparently a strategy to hobble Ukraine's defense in preparation for what's expected to be a full-scale Russian assault in the east. The Russians are really trying to attack all the people there, and it's not good.
Man, it ain't good. It's sickening, because you leave people alone.
Yeah,
like I'm saying.
there's this lady, Nadia. She's 70 years old,
Uh-huh.
and I'm looking at a picture. She's crying,
Yeah, she
holding
is.
the coffin of her son,
Yep, unbelievable.
who's
Sad.
48. He was killed by Russian soldiers.
Yep, right in the midst of the war there.
in March.
It's not good.
And during his funeral in the cemetery,
Mhm.
the mother, she's just on her knees, just crying, and it's really a shame.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, looking at the picture, it breaks my heart for everybody out there who's trying to
Yep.
fight for freedom.
And hopefully, all this will get resolved. Like we've been saying, when this first happened, the U.S. should have stepped right up.
Yeah, they should have. It's a shame they didn't.
Reggie, what really bothers me?
What bothers you? Tell me.
What bothers me is this:
What?
you have to belong to NATO to be protected. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
It is stupid.
There should be no NATO.
No.
It should just be common, decent human being people in the country.
Preach it.
You say, hey, don't bother this country, or we're gonna help protect them, and that's it.
I know, and I don't know why the rest of the world is got to be like this. It makes no sense. It's all stupid politics.
Yeah, this politics stuff is ridiculous. There's no reason anybody should have to join a little special club, of the ins. You're in with us. If you join our club, then we're gonna protect you, and you have nothing to worry about. And if you don't, well, screw you.
It reminds me of the haves and the have-nots. It's sickening. You
Yeah,
know?
it is. It's like a high stakes gang.
Yep.
It's just
Big old
ridiculous.
gang.
And don't let anybody pick on the little guy.
Yep.
What kind of person does that? What kind of person?
Idiots who that do it. People who don't really care. But
Hey, like I said,
what?
President Zelensky, I gotta give him kudos, man. That guy, in my opinion, is a born leader.
Man, he is definitely a born leader.
Yeah, and
I
people were
respect
making
him.
fun of him because he was an actor.
Yep.
So what?
I know. I agree.
You got to make a living. You got to pay your bills.
You do.
And if he can do a job where he can act
And get
and
paid.
pay his bills, and that's
Yep.
good. And if he feels he's qualified to do more power to him. people. There's so many haters out there.
Man, you preaching to the wrong person. I know there's a lot of haters
And
out
what
there.
did we say? This guy is like Superman.
I know he is, man.
Yeah, this guy's really good at.
Yep.
He they should have some kind of a world government, and this guy should be at the top of it.
I'd vote for him.
Because he has shown true leadership. In my opinion, he's shown more leadership than any other
leader out there.
leader
Yep.
in the world. This guy really cares about his people. And what did he do, Reggie?
Well, you know what he did when Russia first invaded? He picked up a gun and he protected the country with his people. That's
and
what
he's
he
keeping
did.
his people.
Yep.
Keeping his people.
Keeping them safe there. Safe. Keep
free
them safe.
there,
Yep. Safe and free. And that's what it's all about. People want their independence. People don't want to be bullied like that by puke face over there. It's ridiculous.
So in the other news, Reggie, I don't know if you know this. There's some young playwrights, and I guess they made a play.
Really?
And you heard about this?
I think I did. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I heard
So
about
these
it.
young playwrights
Uh-huh.
confront gun violence with their art and say,
Oh, I heard about. Yeah.
hashtag enough.
I definitely heard about this. This is incredible story.
So it's these three girls.
And they're very pretty. Yes, they are.
Okay, Reggie, calm down.
What,
Reggie, I
what?
thought you liked Azadoria. I mean, why are you looking at these girls?
Asdor's off the market, right?
Anyways, the first girl is Mackenzie Boyd.
Yep.
And the second one is
What?
Taylor Livingston and Anna Jim.
Yep. Okay. Yep.
But
You're right.
But it says
Yeah.
Jimenez. Well, anyways, they're among the teenage playwrights chosen to present their work about gun violence, making the 23rd anniversary of the Columbine shooting. So, it's really good when you can see young ladies like this.
Man, it's very
You
good.
know,
Yep. I know.
We're a little bit older than us because we're 11 and 13.
Yep.
Who can make an impact in this world? They get recognized for their work. What say you, Reggie?
I think this is very important. I think what they're doing is very impactful. We try to make an impact too. So it's really good when young people like them and us.
Yep.
We try to make an impact like that.
So let me tell you this. This is what it says.
All right,
Wednesday
go on,
marked
go
the 23rd anniversary of the Columbine school shooting. Across the country, theaters and civic organizations were commemorating this event by presenting readings of 8 short plays by teenagers. The program's called #Enough, Plays to End Gun Violence. So, let me see. It was director Michael Cody was in rehearsal February 14th, 2018, when a shooting at the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida occurred. This was the third time that it happened in rehearsal when one of these horrific shootings have happened, says Cody. So Sandy Hook in Las Vegas specifically, and I
Terrible.
was like,
stuff
there's
happened.
got to be some way we could respond as a theater community to what felt like this was senseless violence. So, yeah, it's really good that these young active.
Man, it is very good. I'm glad we see it.
Reggie, we would call them young activists, right?
Yes. Activists like
Yep.
us. Yep.
Yeah, that they're actually making a difference. I wonder where they're going to be in about 10 years.
Probably making movies, man, or something. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
they're going to
saying?
be making movies.
I know, yeah.
These three girls, Mackenzie, Taylor, and Anya, they look like they are on the road to success. I mean, this is
Agreed,
incredible.
man.
You know, they are definitely
Gonna be successful.
they definitely know what they're going to do with their life, and they know exactly what's happening.
And that's really good because nowadays we need leaders like these kids.
Hey, maybe one day we can get them on our show. What do you think?
That would be awesome,
They ain't too
man.
busy.
They ain't gonna be too busy. Not for Pop City culture. You know
Hey,
what I'm
Reggie,
saying?
you ever think about writing a play?
Yes, I have a million times.
What would your play be about?
About us having a podcast. That's what it'd be about, and enlightening the world of
Reggie.
what's going on. What?
Reggie, we
What?
do a podcast. You don't have to do a play on the podcast.
Well, why not?
What
Why
would
not?
you? All right, Reggie. Where do you see this podcast going?
I see it going on TV.
No
That's
kidding,
where I see
Reggie.
it.
Well, Reggie,
Yeah.
what? We are uploading a lot of our stuff right on social media.
Yeah, we are.
We're trying to get everything up to date on YouTube. But hey, we have like 90 episodes.
Yeah, and that's incredible. We have a
Yeah,
lot
we've
of
been going
episodes.
almost 2 years. I mean, this is
I know,
incredible.
man. I've never
So
seen anything like it.
I guess I'm really glad that our voice is being heard. What about you?
I'm glad too, man, because I'm glad making an impact. You know what I'm saying?
Reggie.
What?
Reggie. Okay,
What?
Reggie. So
What?
so we're gonna move on. So
Move on then, man.
in the news, we were looking at some photos, And there's some more girls on here. These photos, and it's titled "How This Bolivian All-Female Skate Crew is Celebrating Their Indigenous Roots." So it says, no matter where skaters are in the world, you'll likely find them wearing baggy jeans and faded t-shirts. Not so for this all-female skate crew in Chacabamba, Bolivia. They pair their Vans sneakers with their moms' and grandmothers' Polaris, colorful layer skirts worn by the country's indigenous Aymara and Quechua population. And they're just not doing this for fashion, Reggie, The crew called I'm a Skate, young girl, in Aymara and Quechua language want to pay homage to their heritage and called to the persecution of the Aymara and Quechua people, majority ethnic groups in Bolivia, have long faced. Now, during the Spanish colonial rule, I don't know if you know this, the land in Bolivia was taken from the indigenous people, leaving them impoverished and marginalized. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't know that. Yeah, I know what you're saying.
And over the years, many women in these groups abandoned their culture, costumes to avoid discrimination.
Oh, man, that's too bad.
I'm going to tell you, that is a shame because the fact is, you really have to know where you came from in order to know where you're going.
Preach it, brother.
If you go to the store, Reggie.
Yeah.
Are you listening, Reggie?
Yes, I'm listening.
Are you listening?
I'm listening.
Okay, so Reggie, if you're going to the store, you need to know where you left home to go to the store, and then when you leave the store to go home.
Yeah, absolutely right. I agree.
You know, right? But I'm going to tell you, if you see these girls, these young ladies,
I see them.
Dressed. I mean, they look really good in their heritage
garments. Yeah, it's really
I don't
cool.
want to say costume. I want to say their garment.
Better not say costume.
Because this is incredible.
It is.
And I would have never known anything about this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really glad we do a lot of this weekly news because a lot of this news, it means a lot to me.
It means a lot to the world too.
I know what's going on.
We all know what's going on, and I'm glad we're telling the rest of the world what's going on. All right, go on.
Gonna turn it. Got some sad news here. 2 people. Are dead in a Pittsburgh shooting on Easter.
Oh, that's a shame.
And that's really too bad.
That's really too bad.
And in Pittsburgh's shots fired at a house party in Pittsburgh early Sunday, leaving 2 minors dead and at least 9 more people injured. That's what the police said.
Oh, man, that's just too bad.
I know, man. Easter is supposed to be about family and love.
Yes, it is.
And rejuvenation of religion and all that stuff. And somebody's got to go do this.
And they got to mess it up for everybody.
Yeah, so let me tell you what happened. The shooting happened around 12:30 a.m. during a party at a short-term rental property where there were more than 200 people inside.
Man, 200?
Yeah, and I guess many of them were underage, the Pittsburgh police said in a radio news release. So at least 11 people were being treated for gunshot wounds and 2 male victims died at the hospital. That's what the police said.
Man, I'm going to tell you, when I hear news like this, it just breaks my heart.
Yeah, I don't know if they were black or white. It doesn't say.
Man, usually it does say something like that.
But, others were injured attempting to flee the party, with at least 2 people suffering broken bones by jumping out of the building's windows, authorities said. Arriving officers reported hearing shots in the area and seeing several young people fleeing the area on foot and in vehicles. That's what the police said.
Some of those kids didn't want to get caught. That's why.
A gun was involved, and police said as many as 50 rounds were fired inside and several more were fired outside because the shell casings from the rifles and pistols were found at the scene.
Man, a lot of weapons.
Yeah, they were using rifles and pistols. I don't know how many people were shooting. I don't even know if this was gang related or anything like that. Hopefully it wasn't gang related. It's really too bad because people. Man,
no matter if it's gang related or not, it's always too bad when somebody loses their life.
I'm gonna tell you, man, this world. When it comes to news, I really hate to hear bad news. What about you, Reggie?
Man, I hate to hear bad news too. It breaks my heart.
Yeah, I know. And but sometimes sometimes when it's bad, and this is bad, especially around the holidays, because I'm sure parents want to be with their kids on the holidays.
True that, my brother.
I know. What parent wouldn't want to be with their child on a holiday like Christmas, Thanksgiving? I mean, unless you're working, you got one of those jobs. But I mean, if you can spend time with your family and you want to see your family, and now these parents ain't even going to be able to see some of their kids because 2 of them are dead.
Yep. Sad,
yep,
man.
Sure
really,
is.
Really sad. But I guess the world.
Yep.
The world's got to change.
And,
Something's got to change.
So,
Yeah, go on. Go on.
I don't know if do you follow sports, Reggie?
Not a whole lot, but
Well, it's I'm reading here. It says New York Islander legend Mike Bossy dies of lung cancer. He was 65.
never heard of him, brother.
I'm thinking he was like a
Oh what? Oh what?
maybe a hockey player.
Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
So Mike Bossy flopped to the ice as the puck went in, then scrambled to his feet and leaped into the air, celebrating scoring another goal. It's a familiar sight as the New York Islanders were on their way to their third of fourth consecutive Stanley Cup title. Bossy danced on his skates the same way about his 50th goal and 50th game, but so many other times his reaction was more muted simply because he scored so much and so often. More than almost anyone in the long history of the NHL. You know what that stands for?
Man, I don't know what it stands for, but I'm gonna tell you, it sounds like this guy's like the LeBrons of hockey, but probably National Hockey League or something, right?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. National Hockey League. So the Hockey Hall of Famer farmer died Thursday night, I guess, of lung cancer. He was 65. And though containing him was the obsession of opposing coaches and checking him, the focus of opposite players, Bossy's brilliance was unstoppable and his production relentless throughout his entire career. NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman said Friday he thrilled fans like few others. Yeah, so
Sounds like he was the man,
sports is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reggie, have you seen a lot of hockey games?
Absolutely not.
You don't like hockey?
I told you I don't really get into sports or anything like
Well,
that.
I actually saw a hockie game. Dad took me to a hockey game, downtown Springfield Civic Center. It's like the Mass Mutual Center now, I guess. And it was pretty cool. The Indians were playing. So I had to get, Reggie.
What?
Yeah, you got to check it out.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
You and I ought to go down there and check hockey out because hockey's cool.
Yeah,
I had a
sure.
good time. You got to be exposed to it.
I guess you do got to be so something like that.
Well, if you go with me, are you listening?
I'm listening.
Are you listening, Reggie?
Yes, I'm listening.
Are you listening?
Oh my God. Yes.
Okay, Reggie. If you go with me to the hockey game, I will buy you
What?
hot dogs,
Uh-huh.
popcorn,
Uh-huh.
and soda.
Oh,
And we will be chilling the whole time. What about that? Yeah, we'll have a little brothers' night out.
Sounds
Is
good.
that cool with you?
Absolutely cool. I'll go. Yes.
Yeah, cool with me too.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Give me some free food
Yep.
out of this deal.
Yeah, cause I'm gonna be honest with you. I
Be honest.
think you would have a really good time.
Well, I guess.
You'd have a really good time.
Well, I guess we'll see. And I think I have a good time.
Watching that game.
Maybe I will. I'm gonna get the hot dog
So,
show.
let me tell you about this Sony's
Okay.
photo award. Yeah, they had a photo award. Do you know they had a photo award?
I know nothing about this photo award. Tell me.
Yep. So the computers on horseback, magnificent mountains, bathing elephants, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm looking at some of these pictures and they're black and white, and I mean they are insane.
Oh my God, they are cool.
Reggie,
Yeah.
you ever think about being a photographer?
I do now. Yeah.
You do now, huh?
Yeah.
I know, right?
Absolutely.
So
Man, these are some cool pictures.
the photographer of the year for the 2022 Sony World Photography Award didn't take the photo technically.
Say what?
The striking black and white portraits of migrants on the U.S.-Mexico border were actually taken by the subject themselves. Australian photographer Adam Ferguson gave them a remote trigger for his camera and told them to take the photo whenever they were ready. The images highlights the migrants' desire for freedom and self-respect. They are the people who have a choice to make, says Mike Trode, jury chair of the award. Those intimate photos are showcased alongside many honorees in the year's Sony's World Photography Award, an annual global competition that is free to enter and open to photographers of all skill levels. Dude, we should be doing something like this.
Man, who you tell? I definitely want to do
My
it.
goodness, it's free.
I know.
I didn't even know about this. Everybody.
I didn't know.
Everybody
about
should be
it
doing. Okay, wait, I gotta go on.
What?
The week's jurors announced the overall winners, which include the work of photojournalists, creative photographers, and student amateur photographers. More than 340,000 images were submitted from 211 countries and territories, working in both black and white and color. Photographers showed a world of unexpected moments and evocative landscapes, from the man in Argentina transporting computers on horseback to a lone figure in a Pakistan desert.
I'm gonna tell you, these pictures are cool.
Dude, that's incredible. And we're looking at some of these pictures now, and they are outstanding. I never knew there was anything like this.
I never seen anything like this.
Is
It's cool.
unbelievable.
It's cool.
I'm looking at a desert, and in the background, it looks like there's snow and mountains.
Yeah.
I'm looking at a guy on horseback holding these old-fashioned computers.
Incredible.
A guy's got his family tree wrapped in his fingers.
Man, who would ever think of something creative and
Wow,
as
this is
genius
stunning.
as this?
You know, if you guys could see what I'm looking at, you would be amazed. Absolutely amazed.
Man, they would be shocked.
And
because these pictures are off
I mean,
the
oh
hook.
wow. Okay. we gotta get back here.
All right, go on.
So Reggie.
Yeah, what is it?
Now it's time for what?
It's time for the words of wisdom. Take it away, my brother.
News makes the world go round. After all, we are people who hunger for what is out there. We yearn to know what is going on in the world. Most of the time we hear bad things in the news, but sometimes we hear the good things. That's awesome because we need to bring some light in the world of darkness. We need something that makes us feel alive, that makes us say life is worth living. And it is. I only hope one day when we talk about the news, it's not all bad, but all good. That would be a perfect world. And to capture a moment in time from this competition that we just talked about, Sony, is incredible, and it's free to enter. Over 300,000 pictures taken, 300,000 moments of time captured, and that's news. Maybe one day, all of us can capture a moment in time and cherish that, because in my opinion, just one picture you take captures a moment in time. That is a winner. And those are my words of wisdom.
Thank you for those words of wisdom, and that brings us to the close of our show. I'm going to pass the baton off to my brother. Take us out.
Thank you for joining us here on Pop City Culture, and thank you for making us one of the most listened to podcasts around the world. Our success is your success. Listen, everybody, you can download our podcast and enjoy them any time of the day, morning, noon, or night. I'll see you next time here on Pop City Culture, where we give you 3 cups of sunshine. And what, Reggie?
And a pinch of attitude.
And as always, be kind and affectionate to one another. Remember whose you are. Peace.
Yo, man, that competition is free from Sony World Photography, and they got an award? Dude, I'm doing that next year. I'm going to be taking me some pictures from today to next year. Hey, I challenge everybody to do that, too. That'd be cool, man. We get the whole world taking a picture of life. All right, guys, time to go. All right, see you next time here on Pop City Culture.